Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to talk about the International Coach Federation, also known as the ICF. This is something that we get lots of questions about by potential students looking to enroll in the academy. So in this episode, I'm going to simplify it all so you know exactly what you need to know about the ICF and also about the academy's affiliation with the ICF. Now, there's a lot of unnecessary confusion about the ICF, about what it means to get credentialed or certified or accreditation. So I'm going to demystify all of that for you in this episode. And if you don't know what the ICF is, then this episode will educate you so you know how the ICF has elevated the coaching industry. Now, I know that some of you might also be listening because you discovered Thriving Coach Academy from the ICF's directory. And that is because we are accredited by them. We've received their highest form of accreditation. So speaking of that directory, I want to give a shout out to one of our brand new coaches who actually found our program from the ICF directory. Her name's Donna, and she told me when she was enrolling that she first went through at least 30 different schools that were accredited, and she kept narrowing them down to her top 10, her top 5, her top 2, and then eventually chose TCA. And when I asked her what inspired her to choose our program amongst all of the others that she was researching, she said it was really the business support that we offer. By far, she said, our caliber of business training, business mentorship, and business resources far excelled what she was seeing any other program offered. So welcome, Donna. Welcome to the Academy. We're so excited to have you. And okay, let's go and dive into this. So as a whole, let's talk about the coaching industry. At the government level, the coaching industry is unregulated. And this is really great news for us because as coaches, we truly get to operate our coaching businesses with a lot more freedom than many other service professionals. So for example, I have many friends who are therapists, and they have explained to me how because there's a lot of government regulations, they are very limited when it comes to, working with clients in certain locations. You can only work with clients in the state in which you're licensed. And there's also limitations on what exactly you can charge. And I also met a friend recently who is a massage therapist, and he was explaining to me that even massage therapy as an industry has a lot of government regulation, and in that those regulations determine where they can work with clients. So you can't just show up in another state and just start giving people massages. That is not allowed. But you can show up in any state, in any country, and coach people, which is incredible. You can work with people outside of your state, outside of your country. It's completely allowed and it's completely legal. So we're truly blessed as an industry to not have regulation at the government level. Now, while there is no regulation, there is a governing body. And that governing body, they do not regulate our industry, but what they do is they create a standard of ethics and professionalism. So that way coaches can operate with integrity. And the International Coach Federation is that governing body. A lot of people know them as the ICF. So there's 3 key terms that it's important you understand. The first term is certification, the second is accreditation, and the third is credentials. And I'm going to explain all 3 of those in this episode. So let's start with certification. Now, a certification is a piece of paper that any coach training program can give you. It doesn't matter if you went through a 2-hour workshop or you went through a 6-month training. You get a piece of paper that is created from that program, and that piece of paper can designate you as a coach. That's what a certification is. And then there is accreditation and credentialing. And here is where the ICF really comes in. So let me explain a little bit more about what the ICF is, because it's important that our industry has the ICF because it up-levels the caliber and the quality of coaches that go out into the world and offer coaching services. Before the ICF, anyone could get certified from anywhere, but there was no governing body to define what a quality certification looked like. Okay, so the ICF is the most globally recognized and respected governing body for the coaching industry. They're the gold standard. They are the mothership. They also created a code of ethics, which outlines how we as coaches can represent ourselves in the most professional way and also at the highest level of integrity. The ICF also established the core competencies for our industry, which outlines what coaching really is and what coaching isn't. So they are the governing body. They've been around for at least 30 years. Now, the ICF offers accreditation to coach training programs. So what I want you to know is that the ICF does not train coaches. You cannot get trained in the skill of coaching from the ICF. They don't teach you how to run your business. What they do is they accredit schools to go off and train coaches. Thriving Coach Academy is one of those schools. So you might wonder, what does accreditation mean? So if you think about colleges and universities, right, there are some universities that are accredited. And when a university gets accredited, it means that it's on a higher level. It's a higher caliber. It means that the curriculum was thoroughly reviewed from top to bottom. It means that the instructors were assessed for their quality. And it also means that the university or the program, that it's operating with integrity. So frankly put, you don't get scammed. So Thriving Coach Academy is accredited with the ICF. And the process of getting accredited, getting the approval for that, it is very intensive. So as the founder of the school, I needed to submit everything that we were teaching our students. I needed to provide all the curriculum. I needed to provide details about all the instructors that are also training our students, and also the learning style that we are delivering in the academy. So getting accredited is no joke. It's not like any coach training program can just pay a fee and then get a special logo. Okay, the ICF is not playing games here. So you want to make sure that when you select a coach training program, it is accredited by the ICF. This is a big, big deal. So every year, we have to renew our accreditation with the ICF. And this shows that our school is continuing to honor the code of ethics, that we're continuing to teach all the core competencies that coaches need to know, and it also ensures that we are offering sufficient mentorship. So if a program is not accredited by the ICF, then it's truly a gamble. And it's a gamble where the odds are stacked against you because you truly don't know what you're going to get. You don't know the value or the quality of the training that you're going to receive. Now, I believe that being accredited, having training from an accredited coaching program is just one of the 9 things to look for when you're looking for a coaching program. So you can see, I made an episode earlier on in this podcast called How to Get Certified as a Coach. If you want to learn more about really all of the key things, you can go listen to that episode. Being accredited is by far one of those things that you want to make sure when you're getting certified. So you might wonder, what is in it for you when it comes to choosing an accredited program? Well, firstly, it makes your certification stand out. So you're not just a certified coach, you're certified from an accredited training program. So on your certification, for example, if you get certified with the academy, you not only get our certification, but on that, it has the ICF's logo. So it shows that we are accredited with them. Now, Thriving Coach Academy has received the highest level of accreditation that the ICF offers. So this is important for our students, our graduates, so that way they're able to convey that they went through an intensive training program that really was all inclusive. Now, it also is important for you to go with an accredited program because it shows people that you took your education seriously as a coach. So this will establish some credibility. Now, I've heard some founders of other coach training programs decide against getting accredited because they just don't believe in it or the value of it. And I don't really understand this because there's no downside to making a training program accredited. So I would be very cautious about enrolling in a program that's not accredited. Now, all accredited schools, they don't necessarily teach coaching in the same way. Okay, all of the schools that are accredited, TCA included, we all represent the core competencies, but each coaching school can teach coaching in its own unique way and provide their own skills and tools to their students. Each program is also going to have its own values as well. So one question I often get is, how do we teach coaching? What is our methodology? So a lot of programs might make this very complicated. I'm going to give you a very brief and simple overview of our methodology and how we teach coaching. So the way we teach coaching is that whenever you're working with a client, there's only going to be 5 kinds of challenges that you'll ever help someone through. And as a coach, you must know how to support clients through each of those 5 challenges. And the 5 categories of challenges are situation challenges, thought challenges, emotional challenges, action challenges, and result challenges. So situation challenges, it's when people struggle with circumstances in their life that they can't change. So as the coach, it's your role to help your clients recognize what is in their control, what's not in their control, and help your clients neutralize their situations so they can focus on what is in their power. So that's a situation challenge, and that's something that we teach our students how to do. Then there's thought challenges. And thought challenges are when clients struggle with the rules that they're living by. Maybe it's the thoughts they're having about other people. Maybe it's the rules they have around life at large. Or maybe it's also limiting beliefs they have about themselves. As the coach, you must know how to recognize how to catch those when clients are revealing those thought challenges and help them rewrite those rules and thoughts that are no longer serving them. So you want to help your client rewrite all those limiting beliefs and thoughts that just no longer helping them get where they want to be. And then there's emotion challenges. Emotion challenges are when people are struggling with what they're feeling. So as the coach, you need to know how to hold space for people's emotions, how to help your client release the judgments they might be having about their emotions, and also how to help your client from avoiding any emotions they might not want to feel or might be resisting to feeling. Fourth are action-based challenges. So an action challenge is oftentimes when people are procrastinating or they're doing things that are not productive. Okay, maybe they're more so looking busy and they're feeling their life being busy but not doing the things that are really moving it forward. So as the coach, you want to help your clients choose behaviors and make decisions that are going to move their life forward. And then finally, there's result challenges. So your clients are going to have goals, but they're going to be stuck. They're going to be hitting a wall when it comes to achieving those goals. So you need to know how to use their awareness of all of those previous 4 categories, their situations, their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions to get them unstuck. Okay, so this is where you tie it all together and you help your clients define what their amazing results will look like and move towards that. Now, you learn how to weave all of those 5 categories together in the academy. And one easy way to remember those 5 categories is the acronym STEER. STEAR. So situation, thought, emotion, action, result. So our methodology is teaching coaches how to become masterful in supporting clients and addressing any challenges they face in each of those 5 categories. Now, when it comes to our values, we have 3 values in the academy. The first value is keep it simple. So we believe that progress comes from not making things overcomplicated, not by cramming you with too much information. I actually think that this does more harm than good when people have too much information. What we do is we break everything down, all of the complexity of coaching, into direct and clear ideas. So we only teach you the skills that you're going to use time and time again. We are very intentional about what we teach. We're not just going to give you more information for the sake of giving you more. So our first value is to keep it simple. We love keeping it simple, not just in the art of coaching, but also the business of coaching, making the whole process of growing a business very simple. Our second value is have fun. So we love having fun, being silly, being playful, having lots of laughter on our training calls. And we believe that all of this is essential when it comes to your own learning, your own growth, and also our self-actualization. We believe that having fun in the process is an essential ingredient to experience all that life has to offer. And then the third value we have is be a leader. So we invite all of our students, all of our faculty, and also all the clients that our students work with to really see themselves as naturally creative, resourceful, and whole beings. So we really do value being a leader, showing up, taking full responsibility of your life and your results. Those are our values, and our community reflects those values. Everyone shows up as leaders. Everyone's showing up ready to have some fun. And it is truly remarkable to see what a high caliber group of coaches that the Academy attracts. Okay, so we talked about certification, we talked about accreditation and what all of that means. And the final term you want to understand is a credential. So this is where most people get a little bit confused. So what is a credential? A credential is similar to a certification because it's a piece of paper that is saying that you went through an accredited program. And the difference, though, is that it's also going to indicate that you have a certain number of hours of coaching experience. However, a credential is only given by the ICF. So there's no coaching school that can give you a credential. Credentials are only given by the ICF. Now, in order to get a credential, you must first be certified by an accredited school. Let me repeat that one more time. In order to get a credential from the ICF, you must be certified by an accredited school. Following me here? Now, when you apply and receive a credential from the ICF, there is no education or business training that you're going to get to receive that. It is just more initials to put after your name. So the ICF will ask you, what coaching program did you attend? How many hours have you been coaching people so far? And then you need to submit a log to demonstrate those hours. So a lot of potential coaches say that they want to get their credentials. And I want to invite you to think about really why you might need a credential, because some people assume that they need one before they can really grow their business, and it's not true. The only reason why you might need your credential from the ICF is if you're looking to apply for a company and they require specifically that you have an ICF credential. Otherwise, there really is no reason. It doesn't give you any more training. If you were to tell someone, hey, I'm certified by an ICF accredited school, it would hold the exact same weight as saying, hey, I have ICF credentials. So there's no further advantage of getting that credential unless you have an employer that is requiring it. So your confidence as a coach is going to come from getting trained through an accredited program. Your credibility is going to come from getting trained with an accredited program. When you finish going through a program like the Academy, then you can decide if you want to get further credentialing with the ICF. And the ICF has different levels for credentialing, associate, professional, and master level. And it all depends on the number of coaching hours you get. So you've got to acquire those hours by coaching actual people. Now, Thrive and Coach Academy, we set you up so that way you'll get all the hours that you desire. If you do want to get further credentialing by the ICF, you absolutely can. You will be all set for that. We will make sure that you get those hours. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I hear coaches make, especially those that are getting started, is they rush to get through their certification. They rush to get their credentials. What I recommend a coach does is they start first with getting certified from an accredited program. Start with that, then build up your coaching practice until you make your first $10,000, okay? Build up your practice until you're making your first 10K. Then you can decide at that point if you require credentialing. That's my recommendation. Remember, credentials are not going to give you any more business training. It's not going to make it easier for you to get clients. So if your goal is to get clients and have a successful coaching business, you must make sure that the training program that you decide to invest in is teaching you how to get clients, okay? And that's something where we truly shine in the academy. So what we've established so far is that you get certified from an accredited program, you learn how to get clients from that program, and then you can decide if you want credentialing, okay? So, of course, going with an accredited program is a smart choice for you to make, but not all accredited programs are created equally. So I want to talk about what makes Thriving Coach Academy unique from all the other accredited programs out there. So first of all, the accelerated learning, okay? So we do not give you any fluff in the academy, okay? We are not just shoving information down your throat because we don't believe that that's helpful, okay? So we're not going to require you to do all these extra hours and read all these extra books just for the sake of doing it, okay? So the academy, the way that we teach, it's accelerated to help you become a confident coach as fast as possible, okay? As fast as possible. We want you getting results very fast, and it's what we see happen with many of our students and graduates. So on average, most of our students will finish their certification in about 6 months, and most of the students on that path within the 6 months, the average time it takes a student to get paying clients is only about 2 or 3 months. So most of our students do start making money before they actually get their certification, which is really cool. The other thing that makes the academy unique is because we teach our coaches how to be premium coaches. We show you how to sell high ticket for your coaching services. Now, the ICF does not require that any training program has business development. That might be surprising to you. So you need to make sure that the accredited program that you decide to go through gives you sufficient business training and support. Now, we do not teach business in the way that most other training programs teach business because we teach you how to be a premium coach. Now, premium means charging $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per client, okay? And there's premium buyers everywhere. Just most coaches don't know how to attract them or how to speak to them. So there's a lot of other schools out there that will teach you that you should keep your coaching rates competitive or cheap, or even just let people hire you for free. And all of those are very terrible business strategies because they keep you constantly hustling, struggling to pay your bills. And it's also not the way to attract an ideal client when you're selling your coaching for very cheap. When you offer your coaching for a premium, you're going to attract premium buyers, people that are invested in the transformation. They're going to be clients that you love working with. So I want you to imagine that you had people that were excited to pay you $5,000 in full to work with you. They're totally engaged, right? It's so possible for that to happen. And we'd love to show you how to get it done and just how simple it could be. Now, obviously, if you do the math, you'll realize that you don't need to have a lot of clients in order to make a great living as a coach. Of course, if you want to, you can have lots of clients, but if your goal is to make $10,000 per month, you just need a couple of clients per month to meet that goal. And it's very attainable when you know how to position yourself as a premium coach. And that's what our school and only our school is going to teach you. We also have an episode on this podcast called How to Be a Premium Coach or How to Charge a Premium. So go look for that episode if you want to learn more about the benefits of offering your coaches at a premium level and how to understand why to do that. One of the other things that makes the academy unique is we give what's called a speak more, make more training. Speak more, make more. So we teach our students how to share their voice confidently when it comes to public speaking, when it comes to podcasting, when it comes to sharing their voice on social media. Even if you're very introverted or you are afraid at the thought of public speaking, we teach our coaches how to speak and how to become thought leaders, which is so fun. And lastly, we give a guarantee for anyone that enrolls in the academy, right? We guarantee you're going to earn your investment back within a year. We absolutely guarantee that. So to summarize all the different paths you can take, right? I want to break down my best guess for really what the chance of success is, depending on the different, path you take through your journey as a coach. Let's say that you decide to not get any training at all as a coach. You completely wing it. I call this the hope and pray approach. So you just are hoping and praying that things work out. The chance of success here is incredibly low. I would say less than 10% of coaches that get zero training actually start making any kind of money. And then there's coaches who get trained. Maybe they go through a random program. It's not accredited by the ICF. It's just a random coach training program. They get some kind of certificate. If you go down this path, you still have a very low chance of success. I would say maybe it's around 25% of coaches actually start making money when they just get a random training that's not accredited. Then you can go through an ICF accredited program. And I'd say going through a program that's accredited would give you a much better possibility of success. I would say it's more like 50%. So 50% of coaches that go through an accredited program are going to make money and do well as a coach. And then the final level, which I think is the best way for you to set yourself up for success, is to go through an ICF accredited program with significant business training. This is going to make your possibility of success go from 90 to 100%, okay? So you just need to make sure that your accredited program has ample business mentorship. I cannot emphasize this enough, right? The last thing that you want to happen is you go out and you learn all these great coaching skills, but you have zero idea how to find a client, how to sell coaching, what to charge, right? You don't want that to happen. So whatever program you're considering, are they teaching you how to sell your services? Are they teaching you how to be a premium coach, right? We talked about why that really is the way to go. And I think this is what puts our school in the top percentile in terms of the value that you get. So there's the art of coaching and there's the business of coaching. These are two very different skills. Both are learnable. You just need to get proper education. So I want to end by saying that when you do select a coach training program, make sure you are decisive, okay? Do not spend weeks or months researching schools. Do not indulge in confusion and sit around and think, oh my gosh, there's so many options. I'm so confused, so I'm just not going to do anything. What I recommend is you give yourself 2 days. That's it. 2 days, 48 hours for you to be very intentional and make a decision. You can do all the research you want, but just limit it to 48 hours. Okay. And I have a podcast episode a few episodes back called How to Make Smart Decisions that will also share with you the importance of being decisive, because that's how you move your life forward. And also we have our VIP access. So if you want to get a sneak peek into the academy, if you're curious to know more about the resources we give our coaches and also learn some of the tools that our highest earning coaches are using, then you can check out our VIP access. It's accessible for free at thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP. And I'll give another shout out to that in the outro of this episode. But inside the VIP access, one of the things that some people miss is we have a document that is called the nine key things to look for in a coach training program. This is a great one-page document you could print out. It's a great checklist for you to make sure that whatever program you go through is giving you the 9 key things that you must make sure your program provides. One of those is, of course, accreditation, which is what we covered in this episode. And you can download the 9 key things to look for when considering a training program inside the VIP access. All right, that's what I got about the ICF. And before I complete this episode, I am going to insert in just a moment a quick story from one of our graduates. Her name's Tess. She is on fire. Her coaching business has been taking off. This was an interview that I did with her when she was about halfway through the program. She is such a delightful human, and she has a really great story and great insight and wisdom. If you're someone that's on the fence, if you're considering becoming a coach, I promise you that Tessa's story is going to be inspiring for you. So give a listen to Tessa's story. And besides that, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.
My name is Tess Witten-Marsh, and I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I live in the Pacific Northwest. And I was drawn to coaching actually many years ago, about 5 years ago, because I found that in the work that I was doing, I was mentoring people, I was cheering them on, I was supporting them through difficult decisions. I think that one of the biggest setbacks for me had been that I had been living a life where I thought, well, when I make this much money and I can fully provide for my family, then I'll pursue what is really important to me, what I really feel like my purpose is. And so I was actually in quite a position this fall where I wasn't fully providing for my family. I had been struggling a little bit with some mental health, and I really was just in a position where I felt like I've got to jump all in. I've got to stop hesitating and playing small, and I have to really listen to what's brewing inside of me. I think the only hesitation I had was just really kind of having the internal conversation with myself around, is this the time? Can I make this work? Is this the right thing? So I had a lot of those like initial thoughts and doubts, but what really felt like in my soul and in my gut and in my heart was so much bigger than all of those doubts. Once I got into that first module, once I was surrounded by other coaches who were working through their own doubts and their own fears, and really honoring that I was with a group of people who were on the same discovery as I am, who had similar hesitations, who are willing to put in the work, I felt really comfortable. I felt really engulfed in the process of showing up fully, playing big, impacting the lives of others, serving others. And I felt really surrounded by community. But once module one was over, I mean, even within like 15, 20 minutes of module one, the sense of community and collaboration was just really profound. There's something to be said about learning the skills of coaching, but the most profound experience for me has been actually being coached through the hesitations that I have, the doubts that I have, things that are bigger than me and my coaching business, relationship with parents, relationship with partners, all of these pieces that I'm getting coached on are then influencing how I'm showing up as a coach, how I'm showing up in pursuing my business. Every chance that I get to just have support and moving forward it's been phenomenal. Being in a position where I put off pursuing coaching for so long, the biggest win that I take away from my experience so far is just the confidence that I'm building in. It's kind of like backing up this gut feeling that I've had for 5 years that I should be a coach, or that I can show up in the world in a bigger way. It feels inevitable that myself and the other students that I've come so close to are gonna excel in whatever path they choose. For me, I know and have known for so long that my journey with coaching isn't just about one-on-one coaching. It's about providing content, workshops, webinars, programs, women's retreats, like the list goes on and on. And I really feel like what I'm learning in the academy and the support that I'm getting, it aligns with that. Frank and the instructors are asking us and almost insisting in a way that we play full out, that we dream bigger, that we think bigger. It's like exponential possibility. So for me, I appreciate that because I'm a big vision person and I am a big thinker. And so to be supported in that and to not have this bigger picture that I have for myself be shut down and say, well, oh, you're a brand new coach, or wait a few years, or it'll take time. Like, no one is saying that. If anything, they're saying, yes, go big, do the thing, create the program. Most programs are going to give you the tools and the basics and then say, good luck. And that is not what we're experiencing in the academy. It's more than I could have ever expected from the sense of building a business and pursuing the business of coaching. And I've built businesses before. I know how to do all the steps, but this is incredibly supportive towards us actually being influential in the world of coaching. If you are considering enrolling in the academy, I would hands down suggest that you take action. The academy has changed my entire perspective on what coaching is, how this can become a successful business and opportunity for me, how this can be the vehicle to living the life and pursuing other dreams that I have as a mom and a partner and a community member. And what you will receive from the academy will blow your mind and will set you up for complete success. The continuing growth and progress and intention behind the content that is given to the students, I don't think you can find that anywhere else. If you know deep down inside that you are put on this earth to serve others and to show up fully, get into the program and see for yourself how Thriving Coach Academy can completely change your perspective and your life.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.